This is the most I have ever spent on a renter-friendly DIY. What did I just do? Good morning. I'm getting ready for the day. It is so rainy out, so I figured it is the perfect day to head out to IKEA because I really want to get started on the patio makeover. Now, one of the things that has been especially bothering me with this patio, it has this concrete slab that is so just like cracked and damaged just from, just being there for years. And I really just want to do something though to cover it up so it just doesn't look like that. That's why I'm heading out to IKEA and we're going to pick out those click together deck tiles. A lot of you guys have actually recommended that I get those, and I do think that they're going to be pretty renter friendly. My only concern with them is the price. I did kind of do a rough price estimate, and I do think this is going to be very expensive. So I thought that maybe we could just talk about whether or not this sort of project is worth it as a renter, because I'm a little nervous. I have never spent this kind of money on a renter-friendly DIY before. I'm gonna finish getting ready and then we'll head out and we'll go shopping. I think we should move in. That's perfect. I thought these would be so much heavier than they were. This is the most I have ever spent on a renter-friendly DIY. What did I just do? It'll be fine. Before we can even think about laying these tiles down, we have to do something about this mess. So let's get to work. Who remembers this DIY? This is the privacy wall off of our old apartment balcony, and yes, it really has sat out here like this. I have honestly been avoiding taking care of this, so we're gonna do that today. I don't know, how do I get it out of here?
I'll help you.
Okay. SpongeBob. Okay, it's like a Burger King toy. It literally is a Burger King toy. Remnants from the last tenants. So while I've been doing this, Alex has been hard at work. You can hear it tackling the privacy fence. You can see he is hard at work here, making some good progress. We are trying to salvage as much of this as possible for a future project. So this is gonna be very good. I'm glad that we get to reuse some of these materials. It is still crazy to me how many boxes of tiles that I had to buy for this little patio. I'm still very nervous because this was such an expensive investment, and I want to just get these installed and see how it turns out. So the only way we're gonna know is by trying. Here they are, and here's the instructions. Wait, I like the instructions.
Wait, show me that.
Look, look, look. Click, click, click. I'll be honest, these instructions are not super clear. Go figure, it is an IKEA product. But I think we can figure it out. I just need to take a look at this and kind of see how it works. So it looks like they just go boop and they interlock. Okay, that's super easy. That's not gonna be hard at all. They just literally line up and you snap them together. Okay, let's see. easy. Wait, that's so simple. Way easier than I thought this was going to be. Okay, I'm feeling confident. I think we can get this done really quickly. You have to kind of think about this a little bit when you're trying to get the direction right. There's been a casualty already. What did I do? How did I not notice?
I'm surprised I didn't notice.
Well, it's all part of it. I guess we take this apart and reorient it. I don't even know. I'm scared I'm gonna break it. Oh, okay, wait, that's so simple.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, not bad. So I guess I'll just take this one off. There we go. Now that is good, right?
Look at that, crisis averted.
Not too bad. Yeah, I really like this so far. So the reason that I decided to go with just the solid gray tiles was, well, actually Alex convinced me that this would probably be the smartest move to just pick a solid color. And that's just because I originally wanted to really do like a checkerboard, but that's just super trendy. And with the amount of investment and money that we're putting into doing this, I just felt like I wanted something that was gonna look a little bit more neutral and lasting no matter how my patio decor changes over the years. So it just kind of felt like this was the smarter move, and I honestly am really liking it. It looks very clean and it just is a really nice base. It's going to allow the rest of the patio to really shine as I begin all of the fun, pretty touches that I am just so excited about. We've pretty much gotten to the halfway point now, and this has been pretty quick and easy. I actually haven't had many issues with this other than that one early on in the beginning, but I've been very careful making sure all of these are oriented right. But as you can see right here, obviously I'm dealing with this big crack in the concrete, and that's really the big reason why I wanted to put these tiles down in the first place. Okay, line up please. I felt like they'd be just a good way to make this horrible looking concrete slab just look a little bit nicer. I am a little bit concerned about, because of the crack, if it's going to create kind of like an unlevel feeling. So this is going to be a true test to see if this could also kind of help remedy this, so our patio furniture actually sits on here correctly and not all wobbly all summer long. I cannot believe how much progress we have made in just one morning before having to go to work. I mean, this is incredible. It already looks so good, and we just have a tiny bit left to finish, which is awesome. I did want to give a little shout out to this little kneeling foam pad here, because this has been a lifesaver. I don't think I would have been able to do it without something to make this just a little extra comfy, because kneeling on concrete is not ideal. But I'm feeling pretty good about how this is turning out, how it's looking. It was so easy to do, and I really think it'll be very easy to finish this up tomorrow. It is the next day, and actually late in the evening, because I waited until Alex got home from work for us to finish up these tiles, and I cannot believe that we were able to fit the 10 by 10 foot patio like so perfectly. We could not have gotten any luckier, but there is still one spot that we are going to have to cut down the tiles, which I've been kind of avoiding and wanting to save this for last, which is why I was waiting for Alex to get home before starting this. So I think we're gonna try to finish it up tonight because we are so close to having this done. So this is all that we have left, is right here around the step. So we're gonna have to get a saw to cut that down. But otherwise, it is all covered. We put the edge on, had exactly enough. And the good news is, it looks like I'm going to have at least 2 extra boxes of tile because there's one more inside the apartment. But I'm hoping that we could just finish it up with what's left right here. That would be so awesome. All right, let's see if we like this. Uh-oh, I did that wrong.
Hey, we got plenty more.
That's why you buy extra tiles.
Gotta get that under there. Look at that.
Oh, that fit like the most perfect one we've ever done. We got it done. The final tile with the last little bit of daylight that's left. I feel so good. I cannot believe it. I'm definitely very tired, so I will see you guys in the morning. So I want to talk about the patio tiles now that they have been down here on the ground for a few days. And I think honestly the transformation is incredible. Like from where we started with the cracked, broken looking concrete, it just didn't look very good. And to put these tiles down on top just instantly transformed the feeling of this patio and will allow just a much prettier looking end result when we start bringing in all of the new pieces for the patio that will tie it all together in the makeover. And I definitely would say that this project is totally renter friendly. These went down so easily. Like I could not believe how just quick and easy it was to do this. And also it's going to be way easy to remove these. They're not going to cause any damage, so I don't need to worry about anything like that when it is time to move out. So totally not worried about installing these, but we do need to talk about the cost because that is the real, I guess, issue here. So at the beginning of the video, I did say that I spent around $500 for these patio tiles, which is way more than I've ever spent on a singular room or project, especially on a rental. Is kind of crazy to me. Now I did have 3 extra boxes left over, so we are gonna go and return those boxes later so we can get a real grand total at the end, but it is a really big spend to do something like this. And this isn't even a huge area, it's a 10 by 10 patio, so it's really not a big space to have spent that kind of money. I definitely would not recommend this if you're planning on staying in a rental for a year, even maybe 2 years. It's just depending on your situation. Like if you have a patio deck that's unusable and you need something to make it usable so that you'll go outside and enjoy your outdoor space, definitely put something down like this. Worth it if it means you're going to use your space. But Alex and I do plan on staying here for a little bit longer. So I think if you're going to get a couple years out of it, it's definitely worth it in investing in it in your rental. We'll obviously have to see how these hold up over time. I will keep you guys updated if there's any significant changes to them. Otherwise, we'll probably just keep you updated when we go and do next year's patio makeover video. I feel like there's so much more that I could say, but I literally would be sitting here forever. But I think those are my main takeaway points that I hope that you guys got out of this and could decide if you want to do something like this in your own rental, because spending money on a temporary place is a big decision. Anyway, like I said, we do need to go back to IKEA because I have 3 boxes of those tiles to return, which I only bought 1 extra box. So having 3 extra was a good surprise, and I'm ready to go get a little bit of money back so that maybe the price of this won't hurt so much. So let's head out to IKEA. That was a successful return, and I got, find it, $95.82 back, and I originally spent $482.30. So let me figure out how much I actually spent on this project. So the grand total to put down these IKEA patio tiles comes to $386.48. Definitely still more than I would have liked to have spent, but significantly better than the $482 that it was when we originally bought them. So I feel a little bit better about it, and of course the result just looks so good. I'm feeling really excited and happy that the patio project is going to move forward. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss out as we continue the patio transformation, because there is so much more I want to do out there to bring this to life. I have a fun little theme planned that I will share with you in the next video. So until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.